Alright, so tonight I decided to cook some red beans and rice. I saw a video on TikTok that I was originally, or that I followed. The guy cooked white beans, but I figured all dry beans could be cooked the same. So I let my beans soak just for a few hours today. Put them in water before I went to church, and had two services today. After I finished, came home, they were ready. Washing or rinsed and drained those, set them to the side, and then I browned the sausage, then added in the bell pepper, onion, and celery. Also added in some garlic. Cooked that down for a while, and then I added in all of those beans, and as you saw, I added in some chicken stock. I added all that I had in the containers, and then I cooked some chicken yesterday, and so I added that in. Added in the ham hock and some seasoning, which after I tasted it, I realized I should have put less seasoning in there because that ham hock was really salty. I took this picture because I thought I was fancy using bay leaves and fresh thyme. I wanted some cornbread to go along with this, so I didn't have just a regular pan. Decided to make the cornbread muffins, which worked out. I got the beans and everything to a boil, covered, let that cook for about an hour and a half. While that was cooking, the cornbread muffins didn't take that long, so I took those out, added a little bit more butter, put it under the broiler, and then I added more butter once it came out, and I put a drizzle of honey across the top of each one. Those came out really good. This was after the hour and a half. I took the top off and I used my potato masher just to mash the beans down, just to thicken it up some, make it a little more soupy. And then I was hunting out all of the bay leaves and thyme stems. I tried to be fancy and I put the rice right in the center, and the goal was to put the beans around it. But as you can see, it didn't really come out fancy looking at all. It was okay, but it was a bit too salty for my liking. Again, I added too much seasoning, and because I didn't take into consideration the salt from the ham hock.